So I'm 3 weeks postpartum this week. It's been quite a roller coaster of emotions. I have a toddler who's 8 months, and obviously I have a 3 weeks old. Mostly my emotions are all over the place because I'm used to being with my daughter. I'm used to doing everything with her, like everything, because mostly my husband is at work and I'm a stay at home with her. We do all the activities, and then this past 3 weeks things just literally took a totally different turn, and that emotionally, mentally, it's been so challenging. After having a C-section, obviously I can't lift her, so I struggle with the fact that I can't show up as the mom that I've been showing up for her for the past 2 and 8 month years. And I've cried a lot. At some point I felt guilty that I can't show up for her like that. And then most days I feel sad that she's growing and I'm missing out. And then while we're there, I also, like, I want to hug her, and I can't even hug her. For me to hug her, she has to get on top of the couch or on the bed and then lean on to me gently, which I don't consider a hug. I miss lifting her, I miss spending time with her. It's just so challenging. And then the other mistake that I did is rushing to recover. Like, the first week I got home, the next day I was on the couch. I wasn't lying in bed. I straight went to sit by the couch and watch the TV. I wasn't watching TV, but the TV was on anyway. And I spent the most of the week there. And then now 3 weeks later, my C-section on the outside, it's healed. But there's a sign that internally there is something that's going on. And I'm waiting for the results to find out. I went to see my doctor yesterday. So that's a mistake that I made, like rushing. It's okay. Rushing into healing and all that. And now it's coming back to bite me. And now my fear is having to go back to either redo it, restitch it, or having to go back if it's swollen, having them drain it. The idea of leaving my kids behind and going back to the hospital, it's another mental baggage that I'm dealing with, or should I say mental challenge that I'm dealing with. I'm like, I can't imagine doing that. I don't want to do it, but it's not been confirmed that I'm going to do that yet. You know how your mind will just go forward 10 years forward, and then you worry about things that may not happen. Mentally, I know that jumping the gun is not a good idea. I should just be in the moment. And actually being the moment, it's not something that you can actually do. Like, even if you try to be in the moment, your mind still races to think of other things. And that's where we at. I'm so glad that the baby's healthy. Okay. And my daughter has her father to play with, to take her to all these activities that I can't do anymore. Those are the things that I'm glad for. It doesn't make it any easy for me to feel like I'm missing out. But I also have this tiny person who needs me. Yeah. Are you okay? Yeah. And the other thing is I've been dealing with oversupply, milk oversupply, my lord. I didn't know that was a thing. Mostly my chest. Now it's better, but I need to go express. Okay, it's okay. That on its own has been a challenge because you have to constantly express. But if you are constantly expressing and constantly eating, that means you're making more milk. So the things that can relieve you are also adding to the problem. So I have a way that I think works for me. I'm not clear as of if it's effective yet or not. But my boobs have been so painful. Thankfully, I haven't had any blocked duct yet. So that's been good. That's something positive. That was one of my biggest worries. Like, I'm gonna have to deal with engorgement or mastitis, as they call it. Thankfully, we haven't gotten that far. I've been managing to control the milk, the amount that I'm producing at the moment. So I've been pumping and then mostly block feeding. So I would feed Nana on one boob up until it's empty, and then I'll pump on the other one to ensure that it's empty or relieved. And then the next feed, I'll block feed onto the other boob while the other one it's pumping again. So that's been happening. Not mostly, but I'm dizzy from time to time. That's because I don't sleep well. Like, my sleeping schedule at the moment is just, it's not I don't have a sleeping schedule to say. I just sleep whenever, I wake up whenever. So yeah, that's not good. I don't have a clear routine that to say I sleep at this time and then wake up at this time. So I need to work on that, getting a certain routine. Obviously, I feed throughout the night because I'm breastfeeding. Yeah. But that's no excuse for me to be sleeping late, because I can sleep like fully go to bed like around 1. So that's also been, oh, we want food. That's also been challenging. Things are always easier if you have a community. Like they say, it takes a village to raise a child. And we don't have that village. I don't have that village. I guess things will be totally different if I had someone who can look after baby and then I rest while my husband is looking after our daughter or taking her to her lessons and activities. But I can't just basically sit here and sleep knowing that he's out there with them, which he does most mornings. Like, he takes them out so that I can sleep in, but he also is doing everything: cooking, cleaning, looking after all 3 of us, the girls, plus himself. It's a lot. So when you think of being reluctant in such a situation, you like, me being relaxed, it's a burden to him. And as much as I'm still healing all that, I also don't want to be a burden to him. I also want to help him. He has only a few weeks and is going back to work soon. What am I going to do then? I know sleeping now or resting now sounds like a good idea, but actually putting that into work doesn't, I don't know. Oh. But then I keep thinking, we did it with Luna, and look at how grown she is. We did that. If we did that, we definitely can do this. We just have to keep going, keep moving, and take the lessons with the challenges. But he's been working really hard. I wish I could help him. I wish I could help him. Thanks for listening to me yapping and complaining. I appreciate you listening. I appreciate coming back to my channel. If you're new here, subscribe. And yeah, join the community. I'm Helen, by the way.